Moses and Psalms 41. When financial life is under a curse, you have tried everything. Every plan, every effort, every idea has been met with resistance. Your hands are tired, your mind exhausted, and your heart heavy with frustration. If you continue like this, trapped under the weight of unseen forces, what was stolen will keep stealing. Not just your resources, but your peace, your dreams, and your destiny. You feel invisible, pressing forward alone, as though every door closes just as you approach. But I am here, watching. I am aware. My presence surrounds you, and the chains that seem unbreakable can fall today. Psalms 41 was written for moments like this, not for those living in comfort, but for those buried under oppression, waiting for a hand to lift them. This is not a promise of passive relief. This is a call to awaken, to perceive the roots of your financial blockages, and to step into a divine turnaround that begins now. The path is hidden to your eyes, but my eyes see every trap, every delay, every injustice, and my power is ready to reverse what the enemy has intended for your life. Today, you will confront what has held you back and begin to reclaim the provision, favor, and authority that is rightfully yours. When human effort fails to break cycles, you have worked tirelessly, pouring your energy, time, and heart into every opportunity, every project, every attempt to change your financial circumstances. Yet, the cycles persist. Every plan meets resistance. Every effort seems blocked. Moses too faced paths that seemed impossible, doors that refused to open despite obedience and faith. You feel the frustration, the shame, the fear that perhaps you are destined to remain in scarcity. The enemy whispers, "Nothing will change. You are trapped forever." But hear me now, the struggle you see is not the final word. Human effort alone cannot dismantle the chains that have been silently woven through generations, neglect, and spiritual opposition. This is the moment of awareness, the painful, confronting realization that your hands are limited and your strength, while sincere, cannot break the hidden barriers. The first step toward liberation is seeing the need for divine intervention. The cycle is not permanent, but it will continue until you surrender to my authority and allow me to act. If you do nothing, the pattern repeats and the chains tighten. Recognize the moment for what it is, an urgent invitation to move from self-reliance to divine reliance, to align with the power that sees what you cannot. Psalm 41, exposing hidden and generational roots. There are forces at work you cannot see, patterns embedded in your family, cycles of lack, fear, and limitation that have silently passed from one generation to another. Psalm 41 illuminates the hidden roots of these struggles, revealing that what you experience is not random, nor is it solely due to human failure. Moses confronted similar unseen resistance, obstacles that tested his faith and discernment. Every setback, every blocked opportunity, is an invitation to look deeper, to uncover what has been concealed by neglect, ancestral patterns, or spiritual opposition. The enemy crafts these hidden barriers with cunning precision, seeking to make you believe they are permanent. Yet this exposure is not a sentence, it is an alarm, a divine signal that the breakthrough is imminent if you respond correctly. Your anxiety, your fear, your urgent desire to escape these invisible chains are tools to guide you towards surrender and alignment with my intervention. Recognize these patterns, confront them with my insight, and prepare for the plot twist. The same chains designed to bind you will become the foundation for your liberation. This is the pivot point where awareness transforms into authority and revelation becomes the key that unlocks divine restoration. Crying out as a prophetic strategy. At this point, the weight of repeated loss presses down like a storm you cannot outrun. You feel trapped, son, daughter, as though every effort you make is swallowed by invisible chains. This is not the time to remain silent. It is the moment to cry out, not with mere words, but with the authority of your spirit aligned to me. Moses knew this moment well. When despair had drained every ounce of human strength, only surrender and prophetic declaration could unlock the doors of divine provision. Psalm 41 does not speak of passive prayer. It reveals the power of honesty, desperation, and spiritual leverage. When you admit your weakness before me, when you acknowledge that your efforts have failed and your resources are insufficient, you invite my hand to intervene. The chains that have bound your finances, your opportunities, and your stability begin to tremble, not because of luck or timing, but because spiritual authority has been invoked. Consider the prophetic power in your declaration. When you speak truth over your situation, over your past failures, and over the generational blocks that have stifled your prosperity, you are not simply asking for change. You are commanding the enemy to release what was never meant to remain in your life. Few are courageous enough to fully confront these hidden forces, son, daughter, but those who do are marked for breakthrough. First call to action. Take this moment to write a prophetic phrase, claiming authority over your financial life and declaring that every generational curse, every unseen obstruction is broken in my name. Feel the shift in your spirit as my presence acknowledges your surrender and readiness for divine alignment. Psychological triggers, scarcity. Only a few confront the spiritual root of financial oppression. Fear. Ignoring this moment allows the chains to persist, unseen but active. Urgency, every day delayed, is an opportunity stolen by unseen forces. This is the pivotal moment when your cry moves heaven. It is not a suggestion, it is a strategy for supernatural reversal. Moses did not remain in the pit of oppression. He declared, he surrendered, and he received my intervention. Today, your prophetic cry can do the same. Divine intervention collapses hidden blocks. Son, daughter, this is the moment when human effort no longer suffices. You have tried, planned, and labored, yet the chains remain. Understand this. I do not work through your strength alone. My hand moves where human power fails. Moses experienced this as every obstacle seemed insurmountable, yet the divine began to shift reality in ways unseen. The very barriers that blocked provision, opportunity, and favor began to crumble, not because of effort, but because my intervention is precise, unstoppable, and perfect in timing. Psalm 41 demonstrates this principle vividly. What was meant to hinder you, destroy you, or keep you in lack is reversed. Hidden curses, systemic oppression, and spiritual attacks dissolve silently as I execute my will. Your finances, your career, your family stability, all areas seemingly trapped under invisible chains, begin to realign according to my promise. Moses' obedience, surrender, and alignment allowed him to witness the collapse of obstacles without confrontation. And so shall it be for you. Feel the awe as the oppressive weight lifts. See what was once blocked begin to flow freely. Recognize that restoration arrives not with struggle, but with divine authority, responding to faith and prophetic declaration. The enemy, who hoped your persistence would falter, is left powerless before my intervention. The pathway opens, and what was delayed or lost returns multiplied and secure. Second call to action. Take a moment now to like and subscribe, joining the effort to spread these revelations to others trapped in cycles of unseen oppression. By doing so, you amplify the reach of divine truth and contribute to breaking chains in the lives of many who cannot yet see my hand at work. Emotional focus, relief as obstacles dissolve, awe at divine timing, renewed hope for supernatural breakthrough. This is the tipping point. Human struggle ends, my action begins. Trust that what was impossible for you is fully within my power to restore and expand. From oppression to anchored prosperity. Son, daughter, now you step into the place where oppression no longer defines your life. The chains that once bound your finances, your opportunities, your peace are broken. Psalm 41 concludes not in fear or limitation, but in testimony of restoration, authority, and divine favor. Moses stood renewed, fully aligned with my provision and guidance, a living example that what was once impossible is now established by my power. Your financial life, once under hidden curses, begins to thrive because you surrendered, declared prophetic authority, and aligned with my will. Scarcity and limitation fade. Abundance, stability, and divine provision take root. The invisible chains that tightened with fear, worry, and generational oppression no longer have hold. Each step you take is now anchored in my presence, guided by my hand, and protected from the strategies of the enemy. You are not merely restored, you are established, fortified, and empowered to maintain victory. Feel the peace that arises when the weight lifts, the confidence that comes from knowing I have acted, and the joy of seeing my promises manifest. Your financial life is no longer reactive to fear or chaos. It moves in alignment with my design, flowing with clarity, blessing, and divine authority. Moses' journey demonstrates that restoration is not temporary. It is anchored in obedience, surrender, and my faithful intervention. Your testimony will inspire, your breakthrough will encourage, and your life will display that my power overcomes what once seemed immovable. Mandatory ending, emotional closure for the audience, invitation to pray the Lord's Prayer, sealing faith, restoration, and divine alignment, transition from fear, limitation, and oppression to anchored prosperity and confident authority. Now the full sequence is complete, from recognition of the curse to divine restoration and prosperity. The audience is left not only with hope, but with practical spiritual insight and the emotional confirmation that their situation can be transformed.